So this is where it all happened.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today we've got a fun one. The Icon Gen 2 3/8 14-inch locking flex head currently sells for $69.99, but Black Friday has it on sale for 40% off. So that means you can get this ratchet for $42. That's a heck of a deal. On the other hand, this is the Snap-on, the FHLF 80A. This ratchet goes for north of $180, and this one is in the dark titanium. $180, $42. Is it worth $138 to get this one? I'm not sure. This one, you got the tool truck, comes by once a week, guaranteed for life. This one, you can run over to Harbor Freight. If you live near a Harbor Freight, maybe this one's a little bit more worth it to you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of comparative anatomy and have a little bit of fun. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the Icon. So I'm going to get my tray here. It's a number 10 Torx. Comes right out. Drop it in there. Get that other one out. Oh, it was a little bit tighter, but it does come out. Take that faceplate off. It is a nice thick faceplate. All right, there's the internals. If you want to get a good look at that, there's your switch. Okay. Gear comes out. There's a look at your pawl. It's one piece, but it's technically a split pawl, if you can make that out, but it is one solid piece. All right, then I like to call it, let me see if I can get this out of here. Come on. The Mickey Mouse ears. That comes out. And then the switch just slides right out. Don't lose your little detent. This is where what really makes the whole thing work. Without that little spring, you're not going to get any ratcheting action at all. If you notice, there is a gasket on the switch, which is nice. There's also, all of this stuff gets magnetized. There's also a gasket. Don't want to break an O-ring right there. Come on, I don't want to damage it. There's so much grease on here. There we go. So you can see that there is a gasket there. So it is a sealed head ratchet. And if you were wondering, they actually say, it says right there. Let me see if I can get sealed head ratchet. Okay, so that'll give you some idea what we're dealing with. But there you go. There is the Icon torn down. We're going to set that aside. I'm going to bring good old Snap-on, made in USA. You got to be very careful with these screws. I don't know why. They're designed to either use a slotted screwdriver or a number 10 Torx. Not sure if you can make that out, but I've tried to get these off before, and they are kind of soft. It's easy to strip them out, so be very careful. Go slow, apply firm pressure, make sure it's turning. You're not stripping it, because they do put some good Loctite on there. Now, as you undo it, that faceplate starts pushing forward. Didn't happen on the Icon. Get over there. So why does that faceplate push forward? This one also says sealed ratchet. Do not immerse in fluids. All right. So it's also a nice thick faceplate. See, there's this little spring right here. And I think that's just to keep this part pushed down. It just adds some pressure. So we'll put the spring there. We're going to take out, there we go, take out the gear and anvil. Here's the pawl. This is actually a split pawl. It's held together by a spring. Can you see that? To me, the snap-on feels just a little bit smoother when it's ratcheting, and I think this is the reason, because you have that spring there as opposed to this one. If you look, they're pretty similar in size and shape, but this one is kind of like on a motorcycle. If you're riding a hardtail, that would be this. This would be a soft tail. You get a little bit of spring there. So then this one also has a leaf spring kind of mechanism that sits on top of there between the pawl and the switch. So we're going to take the little Mickey Mouse ears out of there. Be very careful, because if you notice, there's a little ball bearing down there. Don't want to lose that. There's only one, which I find odd. I don't know why there's only one. And my pliers are magnetized, but there we go. Then the switch comes out, and this one is now broken down. So, since we're doing comparative anatomy, let's take a look at these gear anvil situation here. This one also has a gasket, as you can see there, and this switch, I want to show you, that one also has a gasket in there, so it is a sealed ratchet. If you look at them this direction, they kind of look the same. They're about the same size, but you'll notice a difference. This one has like a little bump out down here in the bottom, which rides along in that machined out groove down there. This one does not, and the groove on the back of this is flat. There is no groove. It's just flat. It's not machined out. So that's one major difference. Now, as I was doing this earlier, I thought, hey, I wonder if I could get the parts from the snap-on into the icon. Maybe you've seen people do this before. I haven't. I'm not saying I'm the first person ever to do this, because guys like us, we do this kind of crazy stuff all the time. But let's just see if this works. So the switch fits. Definitely fits. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, remember, this is the icon. I'm using the snap-on parts. I'm going to pop the little Mickey Mouse ears in there. Work that around, see if I can get it to fit. There we go. That spring in there so we don't forget it. Spring goes right in there. Then this little leaf springy kind of deal, this goes in here. Whoops. It does have a lot of grease on it, so you want to make sure you get it in there. Now, this next step is crucial. You got to get that switch right in the middle, because when you go to put this pawl back in, there's two little studs at the bottom there. Those go down, and they have to go inside the notch in that switch. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So, see if I can get it in there. Yeah, I'm going to use the snap-on gear because it will fit. No, it's not in the slot. There we go. Go the other way. Okay, everything is in place. So this is the snap-on faceplate. Gonna put it on there. If you notice, the snap-on faceplate, the holes just slightly do not align. I don't know if you can see that, but the holes on the icon are just slightly lower than the snap-on faceplate. So in order to make this work, I'm going to use the faceplate from the icon just to keep things rolling along here. Everything's in place. I'm also going to use the icon screws just in case. I don't want to mess up anything there. There we go. Everything seems to be fitting in there. Just give it a nice little ugga-dugga there. Make sure it's all nice and tight. Now the test. Oh, look at that. Will it reverse? Yep. There you go.
Alive! It's alive!
Now we have an icon ratchet with snap-on internals. Interesting. Will it work the other way? Okay, now we're going to put the snap-on together using the icon parts. First thing I'm going to do, make sure you put the little spring in there. And then it goes in the switch facing up. Get in there. And then swing it around. And then you're going to take your little Mickey Mouse ears. That slides right in there. Then your paw slides in there. And then your gear. Oops, I got my paw messed up. Seems to work. Then we take our snap-on faceplate, pop it in there. Oh, that's going to be an issue. Remember how that gear is a little bit thicker? So you won't be able to use the the icon gear and anvil with the snap-on body. Okay, got the gearing, or the internals minus the anvil of snap-on in the icon. Yep, still works. And now we're going to take the snap-on anvil with the icon internals, pop that in. Those are nice and snug. Look at that.
It's Frankenstein!
We've got the icon mechanism and the snap-on ratchet, and it works. And I got to tell you, they both feel great. I mean, I can't tell the difference. But there you go. So what would you, I guess you'd call that one a Snap-con and this one a iSnap? I don't know. But you can swap out some of the internals. I find that pretty interesting. So we had some shenanigans today. I hope you guys found that as interesting as I did. They do have different architecture, but yet the footprint seems to be the same as far as the switch and the pawl and all of that goes. So if you need a rebuild kit for your icon, as long as you have the screws and the faceplate, you can pretty much take the snap-on kit, put it in your icon, and then you've got a $180 ratchet for only 40 bucks. I think I paid $15 for the repair kit for the dual 80. So that was fun. Ramble on.